Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today will be a special double feature as we feature two action figures from McFarlane's Mortal Kombat 11 action figure line. So what we have here is the character Liu Kang. Okay, so if you're a video gamer, you're probably already familiar with Liu Kang. He's from the very popular fighting game franchise Mortal Kombat. The character's been around since the early 90s, and this is the latest iteration of the character as he appears in Mortal Kombat 11. Okay, so this is a double feature because I want to showcase the two different versions of the action figure that are currently available. I believe this figure here was the first release, and then some months later we got the second release right here. Much like other McFarlane action figures, they'll see multiple releases. For the ninjas, we got different color schemes. For some of the other characters, there might be like a bloody variant. On others, there might be some sculpting differences, like in the case of here, he comes with the vest, and this one here is bare-chested. Other figures might see a change in like weapons or accessories. But for this one, I kind of felt the need to review both of them at once. You know, it's almost essentially the same action figure. You know, the only thing difference is the chest piece and the color scheme, of course. All right, so this is Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat 11. On the side of the box, similar poses. He's both holding his nunchucks, and you can kind of see the slight differences. You know, red headband, black headband. Bare-chested, he's wearing his vest. Difference in the pants as well, different color schemes. Here's Liu Kang. Again, this is so this is Liu Kang's, I think, stock appearance in the video game. And every time I see this figure, I keep on thinking of Han Solo from Star Wars, just because of the color scheme with the black vest and then the white undershirt. From a distance, it always just reminds me of Han Solo. This is Liu Kang in the yellow and black. I'm not sure if this version of the character is actually in the video game. You know, I'm not sure if it's a DLC skin or if it's an upgrade, you know, in the costumes. But if you look this figure up, like on Amazon, this one's actually called like Fighting Abbott Liu Kang. So he does have a different name. It's just not listed on the box here. The yellow and black color scheme is actually a very popular motif in like video games and martial arts movies. It's almost kind of paying homage to Bruce Lee from his appearance in the movie, I want to say Game of Death. So in Game of Death, Bruce Lee wears the very, very iconic yellow and black jumpsuit. And I think this is kind of paying respect to that. And it's a motif that you see carried on in other movies and other video games. You know, for example, in the movie Kill Bill, Uma Thurman kind of wears the Bruce Lee-inspired yellow and black jumpsuit. This is something you might notice in other fighting games like in Tekken and in Street Fighter. Some of the characters have alternate skins that, you know, have this very similar yellow and black jumpsuit. So it's pretty cool that they did this. And I'm excited to check out both these figures. Alright, so normally I don't review Mortal Kombat action figures. It's something I've been collecting since day one. I want to say I have 90% of the collection that's out right now. The only thing I'm kind of missing is just like the repaints. But for me, I just want, you know, at least one of each character. You know, if a repaint strikes me as something cool, I might pick it up. But, you know, I don't need like all like 5 different versions of Spawn with different colors or different, you know, weapons, or the ninjas. You know, for me, Sub-Zero is always going to be black and blue. Scorpion's always going to be black and yellow. You know, there's been some repaints, like I think one of the ninjas came in like black and purple, but for me, I just, in my head, I'll buy that and just say it's like one of the other characters, like you know, the Mortal Kombat ninja Rain. Okay, so the apparent big differences with the figures, as you'll see, besides the different color scheme, is that the one on the left has the vest, the one on the right's bare-chested, the one on the left has a red headband, the one on the right, black, different colored nunchucks to match the corresponding color schemes on the characters. Alright, I stand corrected. Liu Kang's, alright, so on video, the vest and the pants, they look black. But in person, if you put it under the right light, it's it's almost like a dark purple brown, which is kind of interesting. And then the leg wraps here and the boots are actually almost like a gray black. So this here, even though it looks black on camera, it actually is not. Yeah, this is kind of appearing more like on a dark gray, black. It's not like a solid black. You get the different hands also. I think you get the same hands in both packages. You get the pointed finger and then the chop hand. So my Liu Kang here, his little part of his belt fell off. Supposedly it's supposed to be glued in right there, but mine just kind of popped off, so I might have to glue that later. I just gotta make a mental note, I shouldn't lose this. Hopefully, does it plug back in? Yeah, so it's supposed to look like that. All right, so let's take out the other figure. We do a side-by-side comparison. And then this one has, the flap of the belt right here, much like the other one, but mine just kind of fell off. Okay, I'm going to say this now. If you're a fan of the video game, and if you only had to choose one of these figures, I'd easily opt for this guy right here. This is Liu Kang's stock look in the video game, and the color schemes are a little bit more iconic. The costume, it's kind of a callback to like Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3 with the red and like the darker colored pants. Okay, so right now I'm really liking what I'm seeing with these figures. Let's get a size on these guys. If I had to guess, I'm guessing these guys are probably at least 7¼ inches tall, I think. Yeah, roughly 7¼ I was right. Let's get an up-close look at both action figures. Yeah, the head sculpts appear to be identical. Likewise, the arms appear to be identical as well. You're getting the same gauntlets on both arms, just different color schemes. The same could be said for the lower torso. The pants are the same on both figures, as are the feet. The only thing different is, this one's red versus this one's where it's like yellow. Yeah, these look great. So in terms of articulation, I'm guessing they're going to be the same. I have a feeling this one might have greater range of motion, though, since he doesn't have the vest. So his head rotates. He looks down about that much. He looks up, not too much. His arms rotate. They go out. As you can see, there's that ball-socketed butterfly joint that McFarlane figures have. It affords for greater range of motion. And in this case, wow, this actually helps a lot. There's some figures, like in the DC line, where they have this ball socket, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. But in this case, it really does make a difference in terms of the character's range of motion, which is beautiful. I'm not too fond of the way the mid-torso cut is here. I don't like how it cuts underneath the upper abdomen muscle. I would prefer it if the cut went above. It looks kind of weird like this. Same with the back. I think the back would have benefited more if the cut was kind of more like an upside down U shape or an arc, because I think it'd allow for a greater range of motion. This is as far as he'll arch back. This is as far as he'll arch forward. He has a waist swivel. I forgot to talk about the arms. Bicep swivel right there. Double pinned elbows. Articulated wrists. Kick up about that much. Kick out. It's a little disappointing, you know, for a character that's a martial artist. I'd really like it if this guy could go full splits, but he can't. Double pinned knees. It'd be nice if they colored the pins in black, or actually gave us black pins. I think that would be a stronger look. Articulated ankles, and it's that horrendous McFarlane ball jointed ankle that sometimes looks a little too exposed. But I think in this case it's not that bad as opposed to some of the figures, you know, we've gotten like in some of the DC line. Overall, a very solid figure. I'm curious to see how this guy is going to compare in terms of the articulation when it comes to the torso. He still has the butterfly joint underneath the coat. You can see right there. And this feels kind of solid. It doesn't feel like there's a break in here. So if he's going to arch forward, I can't feel it. He doesn't want to arch back. He still has waist swivel. But I don't know, it's solid. Oh man, it's kind of a toss-up now that I handled both figures. Ideally, in my head, I would love to put this chest and abdomen onto this guy's body. I'm an old school Mortal Kombat fan, and for me, if you could put the bare-chested look on this guy, that would capture Liu Kang's appearance in Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3. And I would love that. And I think that's doable. I think that's an easy custom. If you're a customizer, you know, pick up both figures, submerge them in hot water, and then, you know, the bodies should be able to separate easily, and you can easily do a torso swap. You know, swap this torso, this upper body onto this figure here, and then you'll have like a near perfect Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3 Liu Kang. But for a lot of people, you know, unless you grew up during the 90s, you know, I don't think you're really going to care. You know, for a long time, there was also the Liu Kang zombie character. And I didn't like the Liu Kang being a zombie. And for me, in Mortal Kombat 11, to have this look is much better than the zombified version. So yeah, here's like both Liu Kangs. It's almost like Double Dragon. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. But before we do, if I had to rate this figure on a scale of 1 to 10, I think this guy here is gonna score a little bit higher. Even though I'm more partial to this costume, I think if you're into fig photography or posing your action figures, I think this guy is the better deal. You know, the bare-chested one has a little bit more range of motion in the upper torso than this guy. But if you're old school, this is the color scheme you're going to want. Or if you want something that's more true to the video game, this is the one that you want. Alright, so wrapping this video up, once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.